Hi, and welcome to A Positive Penny. My name is Melanie, but my friends and family call me Mel. So, some things about me. I am a mom, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm an aunt, I'm a friend. I have been in childcare for many years. I love to read, and I do love to create. It may not always look good to others, but I don't feel like me if I am not creating. Here, I will work on my artwork, maybe do some flip throughs of coloring books, show art supplies, and other things that I think are interesting or that might be helpful to others. I believe art and being creative can help us to heal and help us feel more positive about ourselves, which in turn can help us bring more positivity into the world. And I truly believe that this world needs more kindness and positivity. I'd also like to go live on Fridays for a fun Friday where we talk about our favorite thing that happened during the work and school week, where we talk about our favorite things in general, your favorite book, your favorite song, an uplifting story, a quote, anything fun, positive that you'd like to share. And during those fun Friday lives, I want to throw out a question like, what helps you heal? Who helps you heal? What do you do to get out of a funk? Just some helpful, fun things. I want this to be a place where you can be yourself and we can celebrate that. Being yourself should be celebrated. So, where did the name A Positive Penny come from? So, as I was dreaming up this channel, I had so many ideas, and the thought of a penny for your thoughts popped into my mind. And I'm like, well, I want that to be positive. How can I switch that up to something positive? And I was like, a positive penny for your thoughts. So that's how I got the name for my channel. Then also a little side story. When I thought of a positive penny, the first thing that came to mind was when I was 16, my dad was in a pretty bad car accident. And I remember going to the gift shop to try to find something for him. And I found this penny with an angel like carved out of the middle. And I did look it up, which I'll put a picture in. It ended up being like an angel in my pocket or something. And my dad carried that penny around for years. He may still, I don't know. I might ask him, but he might not remember. He does have dementia, so he might not remember that. But he would always show me like, I still got your penny. And that was just such a good feeling to me. I'm asking you to join me on this journey. And I ask that only positivity be here. So yeah, I don't want anything negative in the comments, only positivity. Like I'm a big fan of that saying, if you have nothing nice to say, please say nothing at all. So with that said, I also would like to say, like, I don't want any talk of politics here. It can and does cause stress and anxiety in some people, me, and I'm sure it does for others. And there are many other places where you can be heard on those topics, just not here. Thank you. So now I'm going to do some creating. And as I embark on this channel, I want to thank you for being you and thank you for being here. Here is a quick picture of the penny that I gave to my dad when he was in the hospital. Okay, so it's Friday night, about 7:30. I am ready for the weekend. I am tired. It's been a week and I'm ready to create. I just want to show you guys some of the things I've been working on lately. So I found neurographical art. Mine is totally different from everything I see online, but I think I love that. This is one I've created, and I took some glitter gel pen and went around the little areas that I created, which I will do one with you guys to show you how I do them. And I think I'm going to do something a little different with them. So we'll see how that goes. Here's some more. I really like how these come out. And here's some bigger ones. These are on watercolor paper, but this is with marker. Not a huge fan of how the marker has all the lines, but I like this color scheme I did. This, I'm actually loving this. I do want to go over some lines with some black marker or black paint, because these I did with acrylic paint pens. and I just really love the bright colors. So yeah, these are my acrylic paint pens that I have. I want to show you some more finished pictures. I don't know if this one's absolutely finished because I might want to do some more cool designs on the inside. But yeah, I just painted these with watercolor and then drew some designs on the insides of the areas. And this one I did with just circles, which I have this really cool circle stencil thing and I cannot find it. I feel like it's somewhere, but it's clear. And I feel like I'm staring right at it, but I haven't found it. So when I do find it, I am doing something to make it not clear anymore. Like putting tape on it, like washi tape or something. Because I think this came out really cool. And this is just done with watercolor. And here's a few I've done, but I have not colored yet. So I have these cute little, I think these are 4x4 little sheets of watercolor paper. I love watercolor paper because I like the thickness of it. I have a hard time, like if you guys have any recommendations for a thick paper that isn't watercolor paper, I would love any advice you can give me. Because the one bad thing about the watercolor is it eats my markers big time. I thought I would show you guys how I create my neurographic art. I first kind of saw this idea from Andrea Nelson art. I follow her on Instagram, on YouTube. I absolutely love her. She makes watercolor art look so easy, but I will not be using watercolor. I will be using these cool pens I also saw somebody on Instagram using. These Stabilo Pen 68. They're like a felt tip. I just really love how smooth they are. And I thought we could chat a little bit about empathy. I had a little situation with somebody recently, and it just got me thinking. So first I'll get going on how I make the artwork, and then as I'm coloring it, I want to chat about some empathy and maybe get other people's ideas. So here is the paper I'll be working on. I have a piece behind it, and I'll show you why once I get going. So to do this, it's so easy. I love that not one piece you do will ever be the same. So what you do is you just draw lines, curvy lines on and off the paper. So see, you need that background paper to catch your messes. Just any way you feel like you need to or want to. And there, those are my lines. I'm not finished yet. It's not cute, but it will be. So once you've drawn your lines, then you go around and you round them off everywhere. Everywhere a line meets, or at the outer edge too. I have a harder time with the outer edges. So you just kind of make a little C. I like to thicken my lines up. Not everybody does that, but I like to thicken mine up. So yeah, there's one little area. I'll bring it a little closer. I am going to put this in fast mode while I round my corners and stuff. And when I'm ready to color, that's when we'll chat. Okay, so how I've decided I want to color this is I am going to kind of go around each black line with one color. And then go around that color with another color. And then finish filling in with the third color. And kind of messed up there, but you know, another little lesson that I think art can teach us is that it's okay to make mistakes. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna go around all of my little areas with the green. I'm not sure. This is my first time using the Stabilos on the watercolor paper, and I don't think I like it. I've learned another lesson. Well, we'll see what this looks like at the end. As I said earlier, I would like to talk about empathy today. I know there's some people, I know personally some people who really seem to have a lack of empathy. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like in the recent past, empathy has kind of gone out the window. And that makes me sad. I absolutely feel that we should care about other people's feelings. Like, why would you not? Why does it make somebody feel good to offend somebody, or just to say I don't care how what I say or do makes somebody else feel. Yeah, that's just so sad to me. And I always like to say, and I do this, in my field of work, I work with 3-year-olds, and sometimes I say to them, how would you feel if so-and-so did that to you? And I feel like as adults, we should be showing children how to behave. Again, not to just sit there and say, well, I want to do this and I want to say this, so I am going to. And I don't care who it hurts. That's just not right, in my opinion. Like, how do you feel? I would like opinions. Do you agree with me? I like this world just needs so much more kindness. And that's what I'm trying to, maybe, I don't know. I don't think I can, and the sad thing is I don't think I can change anybody's opinion who doesn't think that the way that I do. And my goal is not to change people per se, but just to bring more kindness. And empathy is something we should all have. So yeah, I guess I do want to change people if it can change them for the better. I don't know. What are your thoughts? That's part of what I want this channel to be too. Like, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and maybe one of you could help me to see something differently. And sometimes I think that's all it takes, is for somebody to show you that there's a different way to think about something. And I really like that saying, walk a mile in someone's shoes before you judge them. That goes along with empathy. Like, you don't know what they're going through. A lot of the battles that people fight you can't see them. You don't know. It's always just the best to be kind. And sometimes it's hard to be kind. Sometimes we have to work at being kind. And sometimes we have to take a step back and say, oh, I can't react the way I absolutely want to react, because I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, or I'm not going to get the best outcome, if I react in anger. I want the best outcome for everyone involved. I don't know. Am I the only one who feels this way? I hope I'm not. And I hope it's something that we can see differently someday, that will change. I feel like when I was little, it wasn't like this as much. I could be wrong. I think we all look at things differently as we age. I also used to work in a school, and I do miss it because we had a lot of days off. That was really nice. And it was, obviously older kids than the 3-year-olds I deal with daily now. But it was interesting to see, like, some kids, wouldn't give me much of the time of day. And then there were others who were so excited to see me. And that made such a difference to me. And so working in this school, there's a lot of posters on the walls, and sometimes I would take my phone out and take a picture of the positive poster on the wall. And one of them, it stuck with me. And on the top, it said, think. And then underneath that, it said, for the T, is it true? For the H, is it helpful? For the I, is it inspiring? For the N, is it necessary? And for the K, is it kind? Think before you speak. And I think that is just such a lovely way to live. Like, do I really need to say this? And it's fine to feel the way you feel and have your own opinions, but I feel like it's a whole nother one just to have to voice that when it's going to hurt somebody, in whatever way it hurts them. And I feel that, as long as somebody's just living their life and not hurting anyone else, not hurting themselves, not hurting anyone else, why can't we just let them be? And I don't know about you, but I cannot stand drama and confrontation. Like, I am the type of person who will, kind of eat my words and eat my feelings so that things run more smoothly. And sometimes we can't always do that. Sometimes, it's a more important issue and you don't want to have to do that. And, you shouldn't always. That's not always the best advice to push it all down. But sometimes for the sake of, a relationship, like, is it that important that I make a big deal out of this? No, it's not. Or sometimes it is. But I feel like most of the time it's not. So one other thing that came to mind today as I was thinking about empathy was this song. I'm like, wow, this song, I don't know if that I've ever heard it, actually. I remembered part of the title had something to do with peace, love, and understanding. So I looked that up, and the song is What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding. It's by Nick Lowe, and I listened to it, and it's totally everything I wanted to say. Take a listen. If you agree with me, you feel the same way I do, take a listen. I don't know. I just hope that there's others who feel that way out there too, and I'm not alone. It's a good feeling to know you're not alone. That's a wonderful feeling to know you're not alone. And that's something I want to create with this channel too, is somewhere for people to go and know they're not alone. For someplace people can belong. They know they belong. just for being you, just for being themselves. There are places people can't be themselves. And how sad is that? How degrading is that? This is a safe place. I want everybody who comes to this channel to know that this is a safe place. You are accepted here. You belong here. I want you here. That is a beautiful feeling, to be accepted for who you are. This is a judgment-free zone, and I hope you will not judge my art. Because I will not judge you. As long as you are kind and you're respectful and you're doing the best you can, and you need, you just want to watch some art. You want to talk about some feelings. Whatever that is, you belong here. If you're looking for a place to belong, come here. You belong here. And if you are here, I am grateful that you're on my channel. You're watching me do my silly art. That's how I feel today. This is silly because it looks silly. But I've been wanting to try this, and I'm glad I did, because I don't think I like it. Or maybe it's just these markers on the paper I don't like. I want to try them for this. This is the first time I'm using these for this kind of art. I've used them for my pixel art, which I will do a video on sometime in the future. I have to really pay attention to my pixel art because it's counting. I don't know if anybody else here does pixel art. I'd like to try to design my own, but I just look at designs on Pinterest and copy them. Most of my stuff is copying others. What is that saying? Oh, there's a saying, something about flattery, and I cannot think of it off the top of my head. Imagery is the best form of flattery? I don't know. But I find so many cool ideas, and I love to try them. Copying. But I also think every person makes it their own. And that's something I love about this, as I feel like every single person's art like this is different, because not one of these neurographic, I don't know what another word to call them, not one of these neurographic pictures will be the same from anybody. From me, the next picture I make will look nothing like this. So I love the originalness, the original feeling that I get. That looks like an olive. Do you see it looks like a green olive? Let me put it closer. That might be my favorite part of the coloring. It looks like an olive. I got a couple olives. I got some more olives down here. Huh. Okay, see, I found a redeeming quality in this piece. And that is the beauty of art too. Like, you can laugh at yourself. I just laughed at myself. After the long week I've had, that just felt really good. So I guess I'm gonna leave it at this for now. I'm really looking forward to making more videos. That, even though nobody is talking back to me right now, I felt so good. It felt so good to get out what I thought about empathy. So if you've watched this video, thank you so much. I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And thank you for being you. And thank you for watching this.